This is MFR Off-Road Rider back with another video. I'm down on the Avenue of the Giants. I thought I'd take a spin because it's kind of windy today. And I'm on the 2020 CSC TT250 today. It's been a while since I've been out on it. I think the last time I was out on it, I did a 3,000 mile review on it. Now I have 3,055 miles on it. But I want to talk a little bit about is it a good beginning dual sport, and why it's a little bit better than the cheaper Amazon bikes you can get, and it's street legal in all 50 states, and it's also sold at like a dealership versus having it shipped to you from Amazon or wherever else you might find the bikes. They do have them. Some dealers do have like the Bras and the Hawk, I think. I don't know. There's a lot of different varieties of it. But anyway, I want to thank all my viewers and subscribers for watching my videos. Give me thumbs ups, all the positive comments, much appreciated. I'm up to 780 subscribers, and this will be my 249th video. Anyway, like I said, I'm on the Avenue, and the road is closed. I don't know how far down, but anyway, I thought I'd stop right here and talk a little bit about the CSC TT250. And CSC stands for California Scooter Company. It's out of Azusa, California, and you can have the bike shipped to you right to your door for a cost. You have to pay the shipping now, but I think it's up to like $2,300 for the bike itself, and you have to do some mods to it to make it go down the highway at a reasonable speed. It'll go about 55 to 60 once you do the rejet the carb. But anyway, like I said, I think it's a great beginner bike because of the cost is relatively cheap. It's a Honda clone motor, so it's easy to work on. So if you're not a mechanic by nature, you definitely would be an easier bike to work on. Like I said, there's a few mods you need to do, and there is some mods that they'll do for you when you buy the bike, like the skid plate, and they'll change the handlebars for a price. I think they'll change the rims. There's a variety of things that they'll do before they ship it to you that they'll put on for you instead of having you do it yourself, or you could just do it yourself. But I feel like it's a great starting bike. I've done a lot of mods. I would like to do, I wish that they would have like some kind of crash bar protection that they could put on there, but they really don't have it. But the skid plate and everything does pretty good. But like I said, for a starter bike, I think it's great. Like you can't go wrong with it, and it's got support of the company, California Scooter Company. When you buy the bike, you get a 1-year warranty, and I did take advantage of that. I forgot to hook up a ground wire when I took off the front sprocket cover, and it actually grounded out and shorted something out. So I took it to a motorcycle place, and they actually fixed it, and they called CSC, and they sent them the parts, and for free, because it was still under warranty. But yeah, I mean, I highly recommend the TT250. It's a simple bike, and there's no electronics. The only thing, you got a digital dash. That's about the extent of no rider modes, nothing like that. It's got compression, or you can adjust the compression on the forks, and the rear shock, but that's about it. It does have, like I said, it's made cheaply because it's from China, so it's a Zhongshin is the company that makes it. But anyway, there is a few things that there's a few shortcomings, but I mean, overall, it's a pretty decent bike, and you know, it's been pretty reliable. I mean, super reliable for the price. There's a lot of aftermarket parts you can get. You can practically rebuild the whole bike from scratch. They have all the parts, and the tech support. If you have any problems, you can call them up, and they'll come and or they'll tell you what you might try or need to do or whatever. They sell a few different models, quite a few actually, and they sell e-bikes as well, and scooters. They do have some scooters too. But yeah, go check them out at cscmotorcycles.com, and yeah, check them out. I think it was a great investment, and it was a great starter, first small Dualsport bike, and yeah, I don't think you can beat it for the price. I mean, and you got a lot of extra stuff that goes with it. But anyway, let's go see what the road. I just saw a car come down this way, so obviously the road's open, so they just didn't take down the sign or what, but I saw a car, so let's go check out what the reason for the road being closed is. But anyway, I'm using my charger, my 12-volt charging system to charge the Hero 10 Black. I haven't used it since I put it on the bike, but this is what I got it for, and look, I can charge it while I'm riding, and never have to worry about the battery going dead. But pretty good investment there. And you got the 12-volt cigarette lighter type plug, and then you got the USB over on this side. You got two ports, and it shows you your battery state of your battery charge too. Took me a bit to get it started this morning. I screwed up and I had the choke the opposite way, because I don't use the choke that much, so yeah. Maybe it's just this slide right here that caused the road to be closed. Probably an active slide. Anyway, it's supposed to rain today. The wind's really come up, and so that's why I chose to come on the Avenue of the Giants, because it's a little bit more of a wind block. River's gone down quite a bit. We had some pretty high winds. It must have been Thursday night. We haven't had much. We had a little bit of rain yesterday, not much. More north of here. I don't know why the road's closed, unless because of the active slide. They don't want to have somebody come through and the slide come down and take out their car or vehicle or whatever. But like I said, you definitely need to rejet the carb on this bike, because it really runs real lean because the California emissions make it that way. So what I did was I bought another carburetor, stock carburetor, and so I could rebuild it with the jets and have two different setups and just swap out the carburetor until I found the right combination. I can't remember what it was, but it's still not perfect. Like, it still backfires a little bit once in a while, but I don't mind that. Oh, now here's where the road's flooded. That's why it's closed. The road's flooded right here. I'll be dang. Not too bad, but a little bit. That's what's good about having a motorcycle, you know. You can go around, you can maneuver around any obstacles easier than a car. But they don't have the whole road block, so I don't get that. But like I said, I did put on aftermarket exhaust to make it sound a little better. It was pretty quiet, but that's a personal preference. You don't need to do that. But it was the whole exhaust was only 99 bucks on Amazon, so you really can't go wrong. It was pretty easy install. I think I had to grind down the part that goes into the head to get the bolts to fit right, but I mean, that wasn't that big a deal. We're just about to Red Crest. But I definitely don't ride this bike enough because of the CRF300L Rally. Because I mean, they're pretty close to the same. There's a lot of similarities in the two bikes. CCs are different. Got, you know, hydraulic clutch versus a cable clutch and stuff like that. And like I said, the parts on the Honda are a lot better, well built, a lot better built than the TT. The biggest issue I have with the TT and the, you know, the cheaper parts is the chain tensioner. Like, it just seems like it's really hard to keep the chain tight for very long. You always have to check it. It's just made really cheaply. I feel like that's one of the weakest links in this bike. But like I said, I put on a thicker washer, so when you tighten down the nuts to keep the chain tight, it doesn't suck in the. They have a rectangular washer, and it's kind of really thin. It's almost like aluminum, and it just bends when you go to tighten it down, so I think that's why it doesn't keep it tight. But you should check your chain tension before you go ride anyway. Like last week, I was down at the river bar, and this guy stopped me as soon as I got down there. He had his dirt bike. He just got it out of the back of his pickup, and he asked if I had some tools because he didn't realize how loose his chain was, and he forgot his tools at home, or didn't bring enough tools. And I went through all my tools and realized I didn't have a crescent wrench, and that's really what he needed, or a bigger wrench than I had in my toolkit. So I went out and bought a crescent wrench and threw it in my toolkit just to have it. But it seemed like you never can have too many tools in your tool bag. I mean, you don't want to overload your bike with the weight of tools, but you got to have the basics. See, that's what happens when you let off sometimes. You got a little backfire there. But it doesn't bother me, you know, it still runs good. You know, it coughs a little bit once in a while, but overall it runs decent for me. I mean, I could dial it in a little bit more, but like I said, I don't know a lot about jetting carburetors and things like that and adjusting them to get it exactly right. If I wanted to do that, I guess I could take it to the motorcycle shop and have them do it for me, but I mean, it doesn't affect the performance at all, I don't think. I probably gets a little bit worse gas mileage, but it is what it is. I did throw on a better sprocket and chain on the bike, because I had a little mishap where the chain came off the sprocket when I was down at the river bar, because the chain got loose. And anyway, I put on a better chain than the stock chain. It seemed like the stock chain stretched a lot, as well as getting loose all the time. So I'm gonna go back here to this little park place here. I saw a car in there. I'm gonna go check it out. But anyway, you really need to check this bike out on CSCmotorcycles.com. And if you're looking at getting started in dual sports, or you want an off-road bike, I mean, it's like I said, it's more off-road than on-road. It's a little muddy down here. All right. Did I go all the way down? Okay. I didn't know this was river bar access, so yeah. But it's pretty lightweight and everything. Oh, looks like people are fishing down here. That's why they're down here. Oh gosh, starting to steam up my. Yeah, the salmon and the steelhead should be running since the river came up, and now it's clearing up. So I didn't know you could get access down here. It's not really clear, but I guess it's clear enough, I guess. Huh. I'll be dang. But anyway, yeah, I feel like you guys should check this bike out. And like I said, I really love my CRF300L Rally 2. It's just hard to choose between bikes because they are so similar, but there is a lot of differences, but there is some similarities. So yeah, there's railroad tracks over there. But anyway, hit that like, subscribe, and that notification bell for the release of my next videos. I normally post them on Saturdays or Sundays, and yeah, just want to thank my subscribers and my viewers again, and my TT subscribers. I know I don't do enough TT videos, but I try to make everybody happy, get the content out, you know, different content, stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, this is MFR Off-Road Rider. See you on the next one. Later.